What is your finest memory playing soccer, and when did you get started?
I got started in the 5th grade at Shaw School, Keith, and I came up with my friend Frank Borghi when I came up with Joe Simpkins' soccer team, and I was real thrilled to play with guys like Pee Wee Wallace, Charlie Colombo, and John Galiberti, all good ball players, and I learned a lot from those guys. And then I went with Cucina, South St. Louis. Then I had a team called the St. Louis Frogs, Keith, and I really enjoyed coaching. Very few people heard about the Frogs. It was in 1972. We picked the best players from St. Louis, and then we got a good team with the American Soccer League. And so to me, nobody heard about the American Soccer League or the Frogs. But Mr. Frankenbaugh, he was our trainer. But I really enjoyed coaching in that team, and we did pretty good. We had a good record.
Well, I've never seen you play, Pete, and I don't think maybe these cigars will help you out too much.
I got a small one today, Keith.
Oh, yeah. He's the director down at Calcaterra Funeral Home. Now, this is a silly question, because you played in the World Cup?
Yes.
In 1950? And so this is what is your fondest memory? It may have to do with that, or maybe when you were younger?
I started playing with the Corinthian Twins in 1945-46 season, and then for 10 years we played in the Joe Simpkins Ford dealership, and Joe Nomi was our manager. So I was fortunate to pick on some World Cup teams in 1950. We were successful in some games.
So one of the nicest folks, the nicest men you'll ever want to meet is he's so humble. I've got to visit him every once in a while just to get, you know. But Frank, it's always a pleasure to get talking with you and stuff. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
I guess started playing with the Spanish Caballeros. It's been years and years ago, and I worked my way up to play with Frank with the Schumacher Intermediate Championship. Yeah. And after that, went on to play in the Union League with the SAY, Spanish American Youth Teams. And one of my greatest thrills was, I would say, I played with Cudas for a while, played with them and against them, and ended up playing with Simpkins. And one of my greatest thrills, I guess, was the year that the Simpkins beat Cudas, both in the amateur and in the open for the Missouri Crown. Some people were saying that the Simpkins were too old to win.
They were.
And
your time?
Yes. Covered soccer from 1935 on. Knew these guys. Knew that guy. Knew everybody here. And is Denny Moore right?
No, he's down on retreat at the White House.
He got religion. Watched his team, the Madison Western Division Championship, and then played the National Championship. Great team. Everybody on the team, I think, is a member of our Hall of Fame. I traced my memory of soccer back to 1921 when I was a small kid. I went with my father to the game. My father was the coach of soccer.
You go down to Di Gregorio's on the hill, they have a lot of specialty items down there. They make salsiccia fresh daily. If you worry about the pork, they got turkey and they got chicken. They got all kinds of different types of products down there. They also have Bommarito Wine, sells their wine to Di Gregorio's down there. And I was just talking to Tony Bommarito the other day. He was telling me something interesting about my favorite wine before was, and it still is, Merlot red wine. It's a beautiful blend. It's a beautiful wine. Now the Turali wine is a blend. Merlot is not. It's made from a Spanish grape. The Turali wine is made from an Italian grape as well as a Spanish grape. It just gives it just a full-bodied flavor. And I like cooking. I cook a lot with red wine, white wine, sherry, or other things like this because the alcohol cooks out and it adds a distinct flavor and flavor to the foods. Which leads me to something else. Folks, when you cook, and I'm going to say this occasionally on the phone, whether you cook in the kitchen or whether you cook outside, whether you cook for yourself, cook for your friends, family, or whatever. Remember this. This is the secret to successful cooking, and that is everything has to come together. Don't use too much oregano, don't use too much basil or rosemary or tarragon or any of the spices. They all have to complement each other, and then the finished product will be surprising for everyone. Now, also down there at Di Gregorio's, now this was on a show last year, but I want to take you down there because I visited the Capa di Monte room down at Di Gregorio's on the hill again because I am just in awe of some of these things. So here's our salute to our ancestors out there and to the beautiful items that they have down there in the Capa di Monte room at Di Gregorio's. So sit back and enjoy. This is what this show is all about. Italian Americans, that's right. Very much. God bless you.